students. Today's video on biomolecules, which is very important the NEET as well as the board. It is linked with the molecular basis of inheritance. So in this session we are going to learn about these biomolecules, and here is the see here biomolecules, which are the chemical compounds found in the all living organisms. So what is the biomolecule? Biomolecules are the chemical compounds found in all living organisms, and they include organic and inorganic compounds. In both way, organic and inorganic compounds, what is available in the form of these two. And here is the we have to do the chemical analysis of particular biomolecule. Can get the biomolecule from the plant or the animal material. Okay, that's a tissue. Simply can say tissue, right? So here in this slide, what it indicates, analysis of chemical composition in a tissue. What are the tissue you have to take? If you take a liver tissue or else as any spinach like a plant material, first you have to grind a living tissue. What tissue you have taken? Vegetable or the piece of liver, means what? Animal extract and vegetable extract, plant. In a trichloroacetic acid, that's a Cl3CCOOH, have to add. This is the motor and this is the piston. In that have to keep the liver or the vegetable, have to take it, and when you are grind it, you can get the thick slurry substance. Now strain this through the cheesecloth or the cotton to get a two fractions. When you are filtrate through the cheesecloth or the cotton cloth, you get the two different fractions. One is filtrate, other one is called as the retentate, which is remnant in the particular funnel, that is called as the retentate. Filtrate means which is comes down into the beaker, that is called as the filtrate. So filtrate also called as acid soluble pool, and retentate also known as the acid insoluble pool. Here is the very important thing. Filtrate, where we found? Filtrate we found in the beaker. Where the retentate is there, it is there in the filter paper or the cheesecloth or the funnel, what's remnant, right? Filtrate also called as acid soluble pool, and retentate called as the acid insoluble pool, right? What it does have? It contains the biomicromolecules. See here, filtrate means what it is, trap or the move through the particular funnel and means filter paper. That's why they have a micromolecules. They have a less molecular weight, that is less than the 1000 Dalton units, right? Retentate has a what you call, contain the biomacromolecules, which molecular weight is more than the or the greater than the 1000 Dalton units, So that's the reason which have a more molecular weight, that should not be filtered through the cloth, that will be remains in the filter paper itself only. Which have a less weight, molecular weight less than the 1000, they should be filtrate into the through the funnel to the particular beaker. That's called as a filtrate. That's here the filtrate have a what does filtrate have? Filtrate have a biomicromolecules. Retentate consists of the biomacromolecules, right? So here is a less than 10,000 Dalton units molecular weight, whereas here is the greater than the 1000 Dalton units. But here is the small exception for the fats, we'll discuss in the later. So here that inorganic compounds, how to analysis? For that, we living tissue, just take a living tissue and have to weight it, how much weight it is, just have a weight it. Then after getting the weight, then have to dry it, that's dry weight. The wet weight has a more weight. If it is dry it, the water will evaporate, that is called as the dry weight. Now always biomass have to take as a dry weight. It is fully bond to oxidized all carbon compounds to gaseous form, and it is called as the ash. Right? How to take the inorganic compound? Just take a tissue, then I have to weight it. That's a wet weight. If you dry it, that is called as the dry weight. Then here is the, if it is bone, what is there? Water and CO2 will be what you call evaporate. Rest of ash is there after burning. That also have the same compounds. See, the ash contains the inorganic elements calcium, magnesium, sodium, potassium like. Inorganic compounds there SO4 and PO4, NaCl, CaCO3 like that. Means what? Here living tissue have a both inorganic as well as the organic compounds are present. Right? Here they given percentage in the living matter, non-living, in living and non-living, how many elements, how many kinds of elements are there. Element, for example, take a hydrogen. This is the element. This element has a 0.14 in earth crust. Same thing in human body, 0.5. Carbon is the 0.03 in the atmosphere. Same carbon in our human body, 18.5. Right? Oxygen 46.16 and 65.0 in our body. Nitrogen very little quantity in the atmosphere, right? And here is means what, earth crust, and 0.3 in the human body, right? And sodium have a 2.8, 0.2 in our body. Calcium has a 3.6 and here is the 1.5. Magnesium is the 2.1 and 0.1 in human. Silicon 27.7 and is negligible. Here is the earth crust and human body, which is the equal amount. Did you find any equal amount? No equal amount. But here is a earth crust which is have a more amount than the all. That is nothing but oxygen is the more, right? In human body, what is the more? Here is the high percentage, the 65 is the oxygen, right? Very little quantity in the earth crust, which is the 0.03, that is the sulfur. In human body 0.3 and 0.1 is there here. In such which is the high and low, have a chance to ask, right? Now biomicromolecules, where did you find these biomicromolecules present in the particular what you call that filtrate? For these we'll discuss in the next video, right? Thank you so for watching. Thank you so much.